Hello everyone, my name is Algenix. In today's video, I'm gonna make a faucet. Also, it's called tap in general usage. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. First of all, go ahead and open Blender. And you will get this message and click general to create a new file and press X and delete this cube. I'm gonna turn on the screencast keys so you can see what I'm clicking better. So go to front orthographic view and I'm gonna import my image file that I'm gonna create and go to reference and select your image file. So you can download this file by clicking my link in the description. So now I'm gonna move this end to 3D cursor. So go ahead and import a circle and set the vertices to 14. Otherwise you cannot make this. And press rotate R, Y and 90 to rotate 90 degrees on Y axis and scale the circle. Alright. After scaling, jump into edit mode while selecting the circle and extrude on x-axis and E scale to scale and press again EX to extrude on x-axis. Do the same procedure to the rest of the tab. Do as I'm doing. And here you must add one loop because it's easy to control the vertices. Don't worry about these areas, empty areas. Alright, now press E scale and press E and drag it down. So now we have done the bottom part of the tab. To make the top part of the tab, I'm gonna go to edit, preferences and enable this add-on called loop. So what it does is it's making the vertices that we selected as we want. Now select these two vertices and press X and select vertices to delete those two vertices. Now press while pressing Alt, then left click on a vertex to select this outer rim of the edge. So now I'm gonna right click and go to loop tools and go to select the circle and press 1. Now I'm gonna move this circle on x-axis and then extrude, and press E scale and do the same procedure that we did in the bottom part. So now we have done the mesh of the tab. So create a face here and bump out of edit mode and add a modifier called subdivision surface modifier, and go again to edit mode and set the viewport to 2 and make the shape of the tab by moving vertices. As you want. Alright, now go back to object mode and shade smooth. Now back to edit mode, and to make these edges sharp, I'm gonna bevel them. To bevel, go to edge select mode and press Alt. While pressing Alt, select one edge, and that will select the loop. That will select a loop, and press Ctrl B and use mouse wheel to add other loops. I recommend one loop because it's easier to control, and do the same thing until except these two nuts. One is here, the other one is here. So now we have beveled most of the parts, but so now I'm gonna do nuts. To bevel them, first I'm gonna do this one. So it seems there is no space in here to make this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna scale this edges up. When you're scaling, you must scale these both edges, so scale them up. Alright, after scaling, what you have to do is select these edges. After selecting those edges, bevel them. You can press shift to get more control of beveling. So after beveling them, select this edge here and bevel it. And do the same thing to other edges. So now we have done the beveling of this edge, this nut. So I'm gonna move to this one. So we have done beveling these two parts. So for here, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna select knife tool by pressing K and select make a cut loop around this mesh. And then by selecting them, bevel them. So we have made a nice pretty tap mesh here. So for to do this part, I'm gonna press 7 to go to top orthographic view, and while pressing shift and right click to move the 3D cursor to top of the tab mesh, and I'm gonna import a UV sphere and scale it down. When importing the UV sphere, you have to make the vertices to 16 vertices and then scale it down. And then make it as in the image, and add a subdivision surface modifier to that, and set the vertex viewport to 2. Then go to edit mode while selecting the circle and go to vertices select mode and select the vertices that the handle is covering. Select vertices from both sides and now press X and select vertices to delete those. vertices. Now press Alt and select this outer ring, and then right click and go to loop tools and select circle. Now that will create a circle using those vertices. Do the same thing here. Alright, after doing that, go to front orthographic view and extrude. After extruding, before select anything, press F to make a face, and then press Ctrl B to bevel. And then go to extrude mode by pressing Alt plus C and select the rim here. And bevel it. Now here select this edge by pressing Alt and go to front orthographic view and press E and extrude along x-axis and scale as before. Before select anything, press F to make a face and then Ctrl B again. Bevel here too. After selecting that loop, bevel, and now we have made the handle of the tab. And now go to this press this eye icon to hide in viewport. For as the final touches, I'm gonna go to this mesh object data properties and go to normals and press auto smooth. I'm gonna do it to here too. So now I'm going to add a solidify modifier. So what it does is it's adding a skin. It's adding a skin to this mesh. You can increase the thickness. Let's add it to the tab too. Alright. So that's it for this part. I'll see you guys in my part 2-1. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe and leave a comment.